So I know if I'm drinking soda, I'm damaging my body. That, you don't need to go to school to be told that. The doctor will tell you, yes, you have diabetes. So automatically, you know I have diabetes. Then what is my body telling me? I am not taking care of it. I'm giving it things that doesn't work for me. I have high blood pressure. The reason why I bring diet, which is so important, is because we're overworking our bodies. And that's the reason why there's aspects of your diet and your food that you need to change. I don't understand how people eat in the morning. How do you eat? Me, I wake up, I'm so bloated. I didn't even sleep well. I'm feeling tired. Again, because what were you eating? What time did you eat? Because in the night, you're supposed to eat the lightest.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, dear viewers and listeners. Welcome back to yet another episode of Beauty Lies Beyond Podcast with me, Miryaam. I'm joined back in studio today by a returning champion, Pauline Sophia, so that we can continue talking about wellness. This is where we left off last time. I hope you enjoyed the previous session. So welcome back, Pauline Sophia.
Thank you. It's good to be back. And remember, again, it's always a pleasure to be here. I'm Coach Pauline Sophia, a wellness and transformation coach. As we started last time in our podcast on wellness, so this will be a continuation just to help you begin your wellness journey. I gave you tips last time on the things you need to begin to do to be able to get your mind, body, and spirit in wellness. Because wellness is what will allow you to live your life's purpose. We're here to make sure we thrive, not suffer. So with awareness, then we begin to make the changes that we need to make.
Thank you. It was actually a very enlightening conversation because since then I have been very aware of my body and the pains. We talked about if you feel pain, you need to pay attention.
Yes.
So what else constitutes wellness?
Yeah. Okay. Now, remember, again, last time, what did we talk about? Learning to communicate. Your body is always communicating to you one way or the other, and that's through pain. Like something is not going right, like in your life. Rather than look at it as, why is this happening to me? Is begin to ask, what is this here to teach me?
Yeah.
Because everything that happens is exactly what you need in your life. So by learning to listen in your mind, in your spirit, with your body, and alternatively changing how you feel about circumstances. Because we come from a world where we're taught when something feels uncomfortable, it's bad. But no, it's not. Because how else do you ever pay attention in your life? If everything is flowing smoothly, will you take any precaution? Will you change anything? No, you will not. But when things are not going right, that's when you need to learn to begin to look deeper and say, the one thing I always tell my clients, it's a phrase I use, learn to be comfortable being uncomfortable. Because growth comes from discomfort, not comfort. So your body has started breaking down. Why? And it's sending a pain. Last time, remember, we were supposed to tell them about a book, Heal Your Body, by Louise Hay. Again, when you read that book, every aspect of your body, like your stomach is not working, there's definitely things you're holding on to that you need to let go. You have hip pain. Why do you have hip pain? Hip pain comes from, like, you have stayed in situations longer than you need to stay, and they're no longer working. But it's so hard for you to walk away. So anytime you have any pain around your hips, your pelvics, it's a sign that you're in places that you don't need to be and you need to let go. Relationships that are long gone, they've served what they were supposed to serve in your life and you need to release them. So when it comes to, like, again, discomfort in your gut, like the foods you're eating, there's a lot of acidity. Again, what is happening? You're carrying so much in your mind that you need to learn to let go. And remember, with your mind, you can train your mind to synchronize with your body because we come from a world where we're told it's the devil, I've been cast. And we're always blaming an external thing, never taking responsibility about what our bodies are telling us. And who's the devil? Basically, the devil is usually our mind. The negativity, we feed our mind. And we listen to the negativity that our mind keeps telling us. So when we learn to eliminate ourselves from things that are not aligning us with what feels right for you, because remember, again, it's this journey of wellness is learning to feel, not tolerate. It is to feel and speak up and make necessary changes. So another way of getting into wellness is your diet. Very important. And last time, as I mentioned, as you rise in your frequency, because remember, the total end of our health is love. Are we living from a place of love, or are we living from a place of fear?
Mostly fear.
So every choice you make, every action you make, ask yourself, why am I doing this? Because I'm afraid of scarcity. Then what do you think the results will be?
More scarcity.
Absolutely. So your body even will begin to break down. You will have headaches, you'll have migraines because you're always scared and you're always rushing. You never have peace. Your heart is always beating because, again, if you're always breathing so fast, that tells you you're disaligned. You're in misalignment. Listen to your breath. Anytime, if your breath is, you're losing breath and you're like, oh my God, that brings you back because you're not present. You're thinking about something that has happened in the past or something that you're thinking about the future. If I don't do this, what will happen tomorrow? That loses you completely, and your body will begin to fall apart, because what you need to begin to do in wellness is learn to be in the present moment. In the present moment, everything you have, you need. Everything you need, you have in that moment. And you will feel like sufficient. There will never be emptiness. There'll never be loss. There'll never be, because you will always remember your heart. And how to come back to this moment is always come back. Anytime you feel, I'm worried, my mom, my sister, take a deep breath. Start with to come back here. You're like, okay, right now, my mom is not here. I'm here alone. What should I be focusing on?
Speaking to the audience.
Exactly.
Sharing.
Or I'm thinking, oh my God, my daughter, tomorrow, will she come to school? I need money to pay her school. Is it happening right now? No, it's not. So being present is the first place, because even when you're eating, these are other things. Like in your diet, even as we're eating, you're eating, but where is your mind?
On the next task.
You're not
Present.
in the moment with your food, because as you're eating, you need to leave gadgets. You find a lot of people eating with what? Their phone. They're watching something. That food, again, communicates with your body. It gives you what you need. You need to learn to feel the texture of your food. That's how you begin to learn to be present. As I'm eating, every spoon, let me eat. I'm not eating in a rush because I need to dash to my next appointment. No, right now, I have 30 minutes, and this 30 minutes, I'm going to eat. Because that food will even give you discomfort in your stomach because you did not bond with the food. You did not connect with the food. Remember, again, it's energy. And any energy that's coming into my body, I need to feel and connect with the frequency and the vibration. But if I am not in tune with it, my mind is somewhere else. And to be in tune is, as I'm eating, I'm feeling the texture. I'm hearing, I'm feeling, I'm like
Tasting.
the warmth, everything. I am experiencing every aspect of that food. I can tell the crunchiness, I can feel the salt, I can feel whatever it is there. Then guess what? Even if you're battling with weight, the weight begins to fall off. Anytime you're eating, being present with your food and just eating with every bite, feeling every texture of that food. It's gummy, it's chewy, it's crispy. That alone, that body feels the love and the connection, and it will go to the body to do what it needs to do in your body. So again, it's changing your lifestyle. Get away from this always running, because we're sick again. We are in disease because we have brought this upon ourselves, because we're always thinking about things that are not happening, things that are about to happen, or things that happened. And we're living this moment scared about not having a repeat of what happened, or scared about it happening the way we don't want it to happen. Like we know what we want. Like we don't even know tomorrow. Where do we have control on how things are supposed to pan out? We don't.
True, yeah.
All we can do is accept every situation. Learning and remembering that life is for us. Everything conspires for us. So whatever happens, it is there because I need that experience. And if I change that, everything changes how it feels and how I experience it. So for example, today I am going and I'm waiting for a matatu at the bus stop. And I'm rushing because I'm looking at my time. I need to be somewhere in 30 minutes. And I know getting there, it will take me like 30 minutes. And now I'm worried. So I'm panicking. So a matatu comes and it's full. And I insist I have to enter that matatu. What happens? I insist. And the guy telling me, Imeja, there's no seat. So I insist and I enter. Then the matatu goes. And I could feel like because I was not present. I was just thinking about where I'm going. I'm not feeling what is happening right now. So I'm not even in tune with my gut. So I insist and I enter the matatu. So the matatu gets somewhere ahead. It goes like maybe 10 minutes down the line. And there is an accident. And now it has to pause. The 30 minutes I thought I was going to get there, it did not. Then I begin to feel, I begin to listen. And my gut begins to tell me, honestly, why did we enter this? We should have entered. There were so many other matatus. Again, you were not present in the moment. Because if you were there, then you would have taken the right action. So everything that happens is come back to that moment and see any time you have second-guessed yourself. And every first thought that you have is always the right thought because that comes from your spirit. When you begin to debate with that first thought, the results will always be not what you want. And then again, if they're not what you want, accept them. Like, you know what? Now I know better. Next time, I will always do what I need to do. So it's the same food. I eat today. I've eaten this biscuit. And then suddenly, I'm feeling so thirsty. And I'm feeling like there's a headache. I'm so dehydrated. Why did I eat this biscuit? Like, I ate this biscuit. It tasted nice. But the feeling that I get, was it worth it?
Is there, we talk about diet a lot, and I've brought a nutritionist on board, and we've listened to so many nutritionists talking about diet, but sometimes I notice that very few things are similar. Sometimes this one will say, take a lot of water. Another one will say, take water when the body asks for it. Why all the discrepancy and how do I manage all the confusion?
Remember last time what we talked about? What the doctor will tell me is what he knows based on what he has learned. But as he tells me, what does it feel in my body? So anything anyone tells you, how does it feel in my spirit? Is it like aligned? If I've been told I need to take 3 liters of water, yes, I take the 3 liters of water. How do I feel? My body tells me, I keep going to the toilet, da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
Yes. So again, you will be given prescriptions. My point is listening, being the expert of your body. Yes, they're experts. They have studied all these things. But remember, like I said last time, we're 8 billion people with different mechanisms in our body. Life operates differently for every one of us. So not everything that is being told to me, does it sit right with my body? Does it feel good in my digestive system? How do I feel when I eat that particular food, when I drink that water, when I take that drink? How do I feel? Because the thing is aligning yourself with who you truly are and what your body is telling you. So in the diet, there's things that you know for sure. Sugar is not good. It doesn't matter what you're told, like we're all yes, but we just know excessive sugar is not good for us because now it gets your kidneys to overwork. So I know if I'm drinking soda, I'm damaging my body. That, you don't need to go to school to be told that. The doctor will tell you, yes, you have diabetes. So automatically you know I have diabetes. Then what is my body telling me? I am not taking care of it. I'm giving it things that doesn't work for me. I have high blood pressure. Why do I have high blood pressure? My veins, my arteries are clogged. They're constricted. They're not flowing. Why? Because, again, stress is one thing. I'm not eating right. I'm not giving my body what it needs for it to be able to help me function and do the things that I need to do. So listening to your body and knowing the things that I'm putting in and that are poisoning my body and not allowing me to listen. Yes, I can drink water. If I have kidney stones, for sure, I have to drink water because I have to flush. My kidneys now are not able. They're blocked because I have put in too many toxins and now they're blocking and the pain is ridiculous. The way to remove them, naturally, take like more excessive water so that it can flush. So some of these things, as much as yes, they're there, but they're things that you know. I eat processed food. I'm eating pizza every day. I'm eating burgers. I'm eating fries. It's bad. Like literally, you know you're killing yourself. It might taste nice, but does tasting nice mean it's good for me?
I get it. I think people get it. So I want us to move to frequency therapy.
Even before we get to frequency, diet, again, being very important, is looking at the quality of the foods that I'm eating. So many things that I begin to tell people, even as you're changing your diet, is how are you eating? Remember last time I said you don't have to eat because you were told you need to eat 3 times a day. You eat by listening to your body, knowing I feel hungry, my body is asking for something. Because in essence, what our body needs is energy. It's not food. But we derive the energy from food.
That's interesting. Okay.
Yes. So the sugar, every food we eat is broken down into molecules to give energy into our body for us to function. And the energy is oxygen. That's why we have people who have stayed for months, for years without eating, but with drinking water because they're able to get like oxygen. Oxygen equals to energy. So if you're taking the proper foods and even taking things that allow you to get the energy, it's not the food. So giving your body excess, then your body is not able to derive the energy that it needs, the oxygen that it needs. That's the reason why you eat that food. It's broken down. It's broken down into oxygen, energy first because it's sugar, energy is oxygen, which is circulated to your body. It's sent to your blood. Then your blood takes it into the various cells in your body that need it, your brain, your legs, whatever. So that's why we talk about oxygenated blood. If you are getting oxygen into your body, you have everything, the energy you need to function fully, a whole day. So the things you're eating, are they giving you energy? So if you're eating excess sugar, and the reason why I bring diet, which is so important, is because we're overworking our bodies. And that's the reason why there's aspects of your diet and your food that you need to change. Like say, for example, I don't have to eat in the morning if I don't feel like my body needs. I'm not going to give my body because a lot of people will wake up in the morning and they'll probably ate their last meal, say at 9, 10 p.m. Then you wake up in the morning because you've been programmed that I need to wake up in the morning and eat. Then you eat. But most of the time when you're eating late in the night, your body did not rest in the night. So what happens? Your body was busy. The most energy consuming organ in our body is the digestive system. So if you give it food late and then go to bed, and what is our body supposed to do? Our cells and our body is supposed to be repairing itself in the night. That's why you get peaceful and restful sleep if you sleep on an empty stomach, because then the body is doing what it's supposed to do. You sleep on a full stomach, then your digestive system is busy breaking down the food. So what do? When you wake up in the morning, you're so bloated. Because you did not sleep. The body was trying to break the food instead of resting. So you wake up, and that's why you find that people who say, I don't understand how people eat in the morning. How do you eat? Me, I wake up, I'm so bloated. I didn't even sleep well. I'm feeling tired. Again, because what were you eating? What time did you eat? Because in the night, you're supposed to eat the lightest. and allow your body to rest for 3 hours, at least to digest. Say, for example, I eat a fruit or I take a cereal in the night. Then I'll give my body, like I'll eat at 6 p.m. and sleep earliest 9 p.m. Having given my body 3 hours to digest the food. So any food you eat, and that's why it's supposed to be the lightest meal you eat at night to allow your body to do. So even as we're getting into frequency, is our body being able to do what it is? Because if our body is on low frequency and it's not giving our body, that's the reason why even you find, like, try and eat ugali, skuma, and some meat at lunchtime. How's your energy?
Low.
You're so drowsy, you're tired. Now imagine eating that and then you go to bed. So again, aligning your body and giving it less. So in the morning, whatever you're eating, and the starches we eat, knowing that the foods that we're eating, again, the categories of food. So we eat, we're told, again, which is a fallacy, to eat a balanced diet. And what's a balanced diet?
1 starch, 1 carbohydrate, 1 fruit.
That's a fallacy.
I think I don't know. I don't follow these things.
Exactly. Because if you look at carbohydrates, we're talking about rice, ugali, chapati, potatoes. Then you look at proteins. Now, say, for example, for someone like me who's vegan, so the only plant-based diet. So that would be like lentil or beans or quinoa. So those are the proteins. Now, if you look at this, every bean, every lentil is starchy. It already has starch. And then I add carbohydrates, rice. So what have I done to my body? That's the thing. I cannot eat. So if you're eating, say, for example, a protein, you eat the protein and the vegetables alone. Do not mix the carbohydrates. It's too much sugar. Remember what we're giving our body is we want to stop overworking our body so that it also has time to repair itself. So anytime we're eating carbohydrates and vegetables alone. So if I'm eating my beans and vegetables. If I'm eating my ugali, it's ugali, skuma. And maybe an avocado if you have to. If I'm eating my meat and vegetables. Not meat, vegetables, chips, meat, vegetables, rice, meat. No. Too much starch. And remember, it needs to be at 80%, 20%. So 80% vegetables, 20% carbohydrates, 20% protein. That way, our cells are able to derive the oxygen that they need to function in that space, whatever I am doing. I am not going to spend time. The reason why I'm feeling drowsy after eating a heavy lunch is because instead of my mind focusing, it's trying to send energy to my digestive system to break down the excess food that I eat. So if I'm giving it right, then I'm sharper. Try and eat even just a vegetable salad and feel how your energy is. Test your energy. Again, listening to your body. I eat a vegetable salad versus a protein and a vegetable. How do I feel? I'm more sharper, I'm more active based on the vegetables because now my mind is clearer. I can look, I have energy, I can run. Listening and knowing how to alternate your diet so that your body cells are getting the energy that they need. So in this energy, again, quality of energy. So if you're eating processed carbohydrates, that's why it needs to be complex carbohydrates. Complex meaning the more complex, we're talking about like brown stuff because then it breaks down slowly. You eat your bread, but don't eat white bread because there's nothing you're eating there. It's just sugar. And excess sugar, it's a high, a crash. Just the same way you drink a soda, the next minute after like an hour, you're craving for more sugar because it goes to a high. Even kids, if you look at kids, when you overfeed them sugar, what happens? They're too hyper because it's a crash. And then the next minute, they're running to ask for more sugar. So changing how you eat, even as you're trying to do the frequency therapy or whatever other therapies you're doing, we will only work fast by changing your diet, eating right. And remember, it's a discipline. It might taste good, but what is it giving my body? Because I need to ask myself, if I'm eating this because the pizza looks good, it tastes nice, and I end up feeling bloated because the cheese bloats me and it tasted good, is it worth it?
Debatable, but I get your point.
Again, I have to choose what I need my life to stand for. Align myself, discipline myself, anything in this life to get the best and to live the best life. It comes with discipline, because it's either the discipline of willpower, again, put your willpower there, or later on, choose discipline or choose regret after. It's a choice.
I mean, health is the greatest wealth, so I don't prefer being unhealthy.
And because I want to catch up with all these things, because my mouth is telling me, I have to teach the same way I'm teaching. Remember, mind is your best friend or your worst enemy. So discipline begins where? Here. Because what I tell my mind, sorry, I know it looks good, but no. What is the effect? Every time we eat this, we know how it feels. I spend money at the doctor's trying to get this bloated. I have to get some antacid to remove the bloating in my stomach. I take milk, it's bad for me. Then why do I have to? Because it tasted good? No. Change your diet and your cells will be able to function optimally. Today, people are suffering not because they don't know, but because, and remember, the food industry makes you believe you're missing out. Now, when it comes to also diet, things like if you're taking too much sugar, like there's ways in your diet to change that, to help that your body is able to break it down in good time. And that's like you can take more fermented stuff to help your body function better. So learn to make fermented foods and always put it, because in fermented foods, there's more probiotic. A lot of sugars are not helping. We're not getting the fiber, and we're also not getting the probiotics and prebiotic that our body, good bacteria. So a lot of sugars break down that in our digestive system. So again, two things that I need to mention in your diet: time that you're eating and also how you're eating in that food. Avoid drinking cold things with your food. Because cold things break down, do not allow your digestive system. The temperature of your stomach is really high. So if you're eating cold things, what it does, and you're eating it with your food, and I see a lot of people eat their meals with a soda, with juice. So it goes and coagulates. So what it does, it begins to pile up, and there's no digestion happening in your stomach. So these are toxins that are deposited in your large intestines. So you find a lot of people have big stomachs because digestion never happens. Because anytime they're taking cold things, it cools the digestive systems and stops the food from being digested. Then when you eat again, make sure you do not sit. Anytime you eat your food, make sure you move around. So the best to do is after 30 minutes of your food, take something, and it should be warm. If it's anything else that you have to take, it should be a fermented drink. You can take a kombucha, you can take a tepache to help break down the sugars that you just took. So because when you're in pain in your body, that means your cells are not getting enough oxygen. And remember, I talked about what your body needs is oxygen. So if you're feeling pain and discomfort in your body, learn and find ways to get your cells functioning better. They're able to absorb the nutrition you're giving them and also getting the oxygen that they need. That's why now frequency therapy comes in. So with frequency therapy, what we do, it is called frequency resonance stimulation therapy. So what it does, it helps your cells begin to vibrate at their optimal. Because our cells, even as much as we're giving it healthy food, the cells are not being able to absorb it because they're damaged. We've given it things that are not able to break it down. So the foods we've eaten, maybe the cells are not able because they're damaged. They're not getting enough oxygen. So when we're doing frequency therapy, we're helping the cells, because the frequency of our cells is called terahertz. How frequency of our cells is measured? It's measured in terahertz. And the frequency therapy is terahertz frequency. So it's at the same resonance with our body cells. So when our cells are stagnant, dormant, damaged, they begin to pile on a particular place. That's where you begin to find pain and inflammation in that place. And because you have no way of removing that, they form like maybe a mass. They form an ache. So what you do is frequency therapy. As we do a frequency therapy, the first thing we do is we open your lymphatic system. So the lymphatic system is what flushes toxins out of your body. So when we blow, and we'll show you how it works so that you get to experience. So it's using heat therapy and stimulation. So the heat is penetrating 20 to 30 centimeters in our cells, helping our cells receive the heat, because anytime there's heat in your body, then your body awakens your cells because it's at the same energy and the same temperature as your body. Inside your body, it's very hot. So heat has a way of opening up your body. So the heat removes all damaged cells and it empties them into your lymphatic system. So what we start with the therapy is we first blow your water using the gadget, the device. We structure your water because the water you're drinking most of the time is dead water. Our cells are not getting the oxygen that they need. So we break down the water into molecules that your cells are able to absorb the oxygen that they need and the hydrogen that they need. So it penetrates, and that's the water that will go into your lymphatic system, remove anything that is stuck in your lymphatic system. Because swelling in our body is because our drainage system, which is the lymphatic system, is blocked. So we begin by clearing toxins by opening your lymphatic system. Then we go into the problem areas where you have pain, when you have inflammation. Because where there's pain, it's because there's no oxygen. So by blowing that particular area, your cells begin to vibrate optimally. They awaken the dead cells, and the ones that are weak are removed and dead so that they no longer block the circulation. So the heat helps in circulation. So it makes our blood, because anytime you have sickness in your body, your blood is very thick. It's very viscous. So by the therapy, frequency therapy, it makes your blood less viscous. So it flows better. Hence the reason why you need to drink the water, so that it opens up your narrow vessels, your narrow arteries, so that the blood circulation, which is oxygenated blood, because now the oxygen is penetrating your cell, is able to distribute where in your body oxygen is needed. Because with oxygen in your body, there's wellness. Cancer, again, is dead cells. That part where there is cancer, if there's oxygen, any part of your body, cancer cannot. Because cancer cells have no oxygen in them. So when you begin to blow and allow your cells to get oxygen, helping our body function at its optimal. So frequency therapy, again, as Albert Einstein said, is the future of medicine, because it's only giving our body what it has lost and helping our body function normally. If it's nutrition, it's able to absorb the nutrition. If it's medication that I'm taking, then it's able to help the medication do whatever it needs to do in your body.
So can you show us the blower?
This is a blower. It's a terahertz Iteracare. It's called Iteracare. So it blows terahertz into your body. So first I can show you, just to show you how instant energy gets into your body. So we'll do an energy test. Test your energy before you get a frequency therapy. And then we will test it after just blowing a few minutes onto your body and see how instantly, even the food we're getting, we're not having enough energy. One, because of the radiation around us. So this is also an anti-radiation. Like after I blow her, I will show you. Like she will instantly feel the energy. Even the water, if she was to drink, well, with water, the water that I blow, instantly, her energy levels are different. She will not fall as compared to the before, without me testing her energy before, where I tried to trip her and she fell. And after the blowing, I tried to trip her and she doesn't fall, because that's how your cells are able. With energy, your cells are very stable. Your mental clarity is good.
In the demonstration, if it wasn't very clear, she tried pulling me. I tried resisting her pulling me down, and I wasn't able to. And then after the blow, I was just feeling like very steady and very strong. Like she didn't pull me down. I wasn't feeling wobbly. So that's very interesting, especially after like 2 minutes of the blowing. So maybe briefly explain why that is, and then now we can wrap up.
Remember, again, as I said, the terahertz device has terahertz frequency, which resonates with our cells and helping our cells get the oxygen that they need. So you instantly got the energy you needed. And because before that, you were exposed to all this radiation. And radiation is a vampire of energy. It's a vampire. It sucks our energy. So when you do even just a minute of this frequency therapy, you get instant energy.
I do feel energized.
Exactly.
I wasn't.
If you look at, even if you feel how you feel, clarity of your mind, if you are feeling like lost in your mind thought, it brings you back here. So frequency therapy activates your cells immediately.
Okay. That's clear. So I feel like most people will have many questions. So do I.
Yes.
But this is the point where you reach out to her and ask her more questions. If you want her back, we'll have to bring her back. We're out of time. So maybe you can tell them where they need to find you if they have any questions.
So if you need to get in touch with me, I'm on Facebook as Pauline Sophia Wanjiko. You get me on TikTok as Coach Pauline Sophia. You get me on YouTube as Coach Pauline Sophia. TikTok as Coach Pauline Sophia. My number is 0722721042. And you can get your frequency therapy anytime.
Yeah. Awesome. So I hope, dear viewers, you've stayed with us for this whole time. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing and sharing this content with whoever you feel it is going to help. Your health is your wealth. It's the greatest wealth that we have. And until next time, we're going to say goodbye for now. Goodbye.
Bye.